Today we're talking about edge banding. You buy them in cute little rolls like this at the store. They come already with glue on them, and all you're doing is just pretty much ironing wood. You're gluing them onto the wood. So there's two different ways you can do this. I mean, it's still the same way. You're going to cut it either way. Is you can measure how much you need and cut it. Or the way I'm going to show you is the way I do it, is I leave a little overhang, maybe about a 1/16 of an inch. You just hold it down. I get one good pass on there. Once I get almost to the end, then I'll cut it off. About the same, about a 1/16 of an inch. You can cut it fairly close. Now I'm just ironing back and forth, left and right, up and down. So the way I like to do it is I like to go long ways with the board. I also like to go sideways with it to kind of get a full covering over everything. And move it back and forth. I'm going to put it on the table so I can get more pressure. I want to use a little bit of pressure, you know, a little elbow grease. And after about maybe a minute or so, should be glued on there pretty nice. I think it only takes a few hours to set up. Once you got it on there pretty good. I like to wait a little bit longer because usually I have like 3 projects going on at one time. So I'll iron these on and then I'll let them sit overnight. No harm in letting it sit even longer. Just keeps it secure more. And then your edge band is attached to the end of your wood. So that is it for gluing edge banding on. Now we're going to take some edge banding off. So now this one's sit for a while. We're going to come back and edge it. I already edged one side a little bit. You can kind of see it's still a little rough. Once you get it trimmed down, you want to come back and sand it off to make it nice and flush. So it's pretty simple. You just take a razor blade. You can either do it with just the blade or the blade and the knife. And you just want a nice steady motion coming down. I don't know if you're going to get it perfect each time. You can always come back and trim it. Just careful how your blade is going so you don't dig into the wood. So we can come back and do that a little bit more. So the closer you get, the better. But even if you don't want to get any closer than that, how it's still rough, you can always come back and sand it down with the sander. And that's how I get all good finish on the side. It's just, you can use a, I think I got a hand sander right here. You can take just a block of wood, come back. Just be cautious of which way your grain's going, so you're not sanding against the grain. But that's, I don't know if you can see it there. It's flush there after sanding it. Now it's still sticking up a little bit. But basically that's how you attach I forget what I'm talking about. Attach edge banding. I got a complete blonde moment. Yep. So that's how you attach the edge banding. But it does come out with a nice clean finish on the end. And stain it with the rest of them. They come in 2 different colors. You got rough, kind of not an unsanded, and then it'll also come in white. I think they're both birch. But both of them going the same way. Glue it on, iron it on, and trim it down. You can get a nice, clean look to any project you're working on.